Welcome to Almost Functional Gaming. We aim to help all followers of Russ and the Allfather to improve on the tabletop. List building, tournament recaps, unit reviews, weekly council of the Fang, and other tips to help us all go from almost functional to fully functional. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our merch store and Almost Functional score tracker on Amazon.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Here today to start building some new lists. We've been running the Canis list. That's what we took to Nova. I was originally thinking I was going to take that to Crucible coming up in 2 weeks. But I took it to, well, I tweaked it slightly and then took it to an RTT this weekend. I ended up losing top table to Drukhari with double Void Raven bombers. So the list still performs fairly well. But with the Canis nerfs coming up, and just a couple people keep asking me to just do some more not Canis stuff. So we're going to build some lists without Canis, and I'm probably going to take one of these to the GT in 2 weeks. So that being said, we'll go ahead and bring up new recruit. So the first list is going to be a Beastslayer list. None of these are going to be... These are going to be some slight similarities between the two lists I build, but then some differences. So this is, and I don't believe these are going to be anything you've seen before. All right, so this first one's going to be Saga of the Beastslayer. Battle size 2000. All right, then we are going to add some heroes. We're going to take, oh, not Bjorn, Arjac and Logan. All right, so we're going to drop Bjorn out of this list. I know, for me, that's stunning. We pretty much always run Bjorn. So then we'll make Logan Warlord. Boom. All right, now things are going to get weird. So we're going to go mounted. Well, they're not going to get weird here. This is, you see this in lists, but... No, not scout bikes. That is not what I meant to click on. Thunderwolf Cavalry. Oh, it's below the stupid symbol. All right. All right, so Thunderwolf Cavalry. We're going to run 6 with the Storm Shield. Boom. And we're going to duplicate. And then we're going to go back here to infantry. Guard Terminators. I've really been enjoying my Terminators. So we're going to do some crazy skew here. So we're going to put Relic X on the Sergeant. We're going to... Oh, how do we... Oh. There we go. I'll take one more down here. Why won't it let me take 2 assault cannons? There we go. All right, so we take 2 assault cannons. All right, so 7, 8, 9. These guys will all be Storm Shield. So we're going to have 7 Storm Shield, 2 assault cannon, Power Fist, 1 Relic Axe. And bear with me, we're going to run 3 of these. 1 with Logan, 1 with Arjac, 1 by itself. I've just found when I've been running 15 here lately, I have 5 to 8 of them alive at the end of the game. People just have a really hard time killing them. And I figure if 15's hard to kill, 30 will be more. And then we got 12 Thunderwolves. So we're just going to put pressure right into people's faces. This is Beastslayer, so Thunderwolves can move through stuff. They can... I mean, everything's going to have lethal hits. And then that leaves us with some points. So we have no mission play here, so we need to add some of that. So we will add something you guys know I love, a scout squad. Could be a combi lieutenant. That's a preference thing. I like the scouts if I can only take one of the two. We'll give the sergeant the chainsword. We'll run one sniper rifle. And where is the heavy weapon? And run somebody with a missile launcher. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, with heavy weapon. Missile launcher. All right, so that's up to 140. So let's do a 1-1. Not a biggest fan of how new recruit works. So it's one scout with sniper rifle. There we go. We want 2 of those. All right, so now we're at 70 points there. Battle line. I've been taking intercessors my last couple games, and I've really enjoyed the sticky. Now with Death Guard not being as prevalent, I don't think we necessarily need the intercessor or infiltrators as much, so I've been saving those 10 points. So that leaves us 195 points, or 105 points. Okay. Something's wrong here. Oh, that's what, the intercessors. 1 grenade, so we have to put one of these guys down. There we go. Okay, that's much more like it. So we got 185 points. And I'm going to do something that we haven't done yet. We're going to run some Grey Hunters and Beastslayer. 70 potential attacks with lethal hit sounds like a pretty cool thing. We'll give the Sergeant the Carbine and the Power Fist. And that'll put us at 1995. So we'll go ahead and just look at this list and review it. Do the pretty version. So we got Arjac and Logan both running with 10-man Terminators, and then a third 10-man by itself. 10 Grey Hunters to push up 3 OC each. A lot of attacks in Beastslayer for lethal hits. Intercessor, Sticky the Home. Scout Squad, possibly infiltrate up through some early mission play or help screen the backfield depending on what we're playing against. All the Terminators, and then 2 6-man Thunderwolf squads. So this is 42 4-wound bodies, all with 4 pinballs, 30 of them with -1 to wound, 12 of them at T6, 7 attacks each here, moving 12. We don't have any advance charge or anything cool here in this detachment, but we just push up, take the middle whenever we want to, probably not turn 1, probably like turn 2 or 3, and be like, I am holding all the middle objectives. Can you kill me off it or not? Now these 2 lists I'm building have like no shooting, so I'm not saying they're like top optimal, like they're probably not going to win you a GT, but I think these will be some fun wolf lists, and then I just want to see what I can do with them. So this is option B. The next one I'm going to build is probably the list I really, really want to take. I'm clicking over here. All right, so we will go back to new recruit, 140K. All right, so we're going to build another list. Champions of Fenris. Those who have watched the channel know I played around with this. I actually kind of like what the detachment could do when I ran it. But then we switched off for Gladius and Canis and all. So we're going to go back to Champions of Fenris, and we're going to take it to a GT. And we're going to see what it does. So battle size, 2,000 points. Detachment, Champions of Fenris. All right, so now we're going to go down here and put some characters in. We will take Arjac. We will take Bjorn this time. And we will take Logan. Because there's a lot of strats I want to be able to use in this detachment. So I think Bjorn works really well. And he also gets a benefit because the 3-inch charge thing is also affected, does also work for walkers. There's a strat to sticky objectives, which walkers can, one of the units that can do it. So We can not take infiltrators possibly or intercessors and have Bjorn sticky our home. So there's just some play there. Arjac and Logan, you guys know I love. We're going to take a Captain and Terminator Armour. Because this is a Grotmist detachment, so it's not nearly as restrictive as our Codex ones. So regular Marine stuff actually does get buffed much better here. We're going to give him, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Enhancement. We're going to give him Wolf's Wisdom, so they can do the 6-inch charge thing. And he has the built-in reroll charges and the free CP. So basically, he can try to do the charge and then reroll it for free and just get better range to get into stuff. And then we have the free CP to help do stuff. Relic weapon, Stormbolter, that's fine. All right, so then we're going to add some units for these guys. So we're going to go to infantry. The Marine Captain is going to run with a Terminator Assault Squad. And then we're going to do the same thing I did in the other list, because this is where the thought of this originally built came from, was the Champions of Fenris. So we're going to run Relic Great Axe. Go up here to 7 of those guys. They're going to run Storm Shields. I don't like that it makes me do this. I got to go up there, do that, boom, and then go back and drop that. All right, that's kind of dumb. So we got 2, 7, and 1. All right, so that's a squad for Logan. That's a squad for Arjac, and that's a squad by itself. The Assault Terminators, all hammers, Storm Shield. Yep, so they are 4 wounds as well. We're not going to run Thunderwolves in this detachment because they do not get to do the 3-inch charge. There's no real buffs for Thunderwolves in this detachment. All right, so that leaves us at 1,700 points. So now we need to do submission. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to take a battle line. We're going to take intercessors. So now we're able to sticky our home with the intercessors and have Bjorn possibly walk up and sticky our expansion, and then Terminator stuff, maybe sticky stuff in the middle. So we're hopefully going to be doing a lot of sticky objectives. We will take the Scout Squad. I'm not going to, yeah, we'll do it. Well, just so when I copy and paste. No, we're not going to do it. I'm going to copy and paste the list from the GW app into the thing. So I'm going to save time. We're not going to, what's going to be the sniper rifle and missile launcher in there. So that should leave us 150 points. So we take another 80 point, another 70 point. So what we're going to add in here is the Combi Lieutenant, or Lieutenant with Combi-weapon, and an Outrider Squad. Now this could be another Intercessor, this could be Reavers, this could be Incursors. At 80 points we have a lot of options, but I just want the fast little bike squad, so we're going to take Mounted and throw in 1 Outrider Squad. And that should put us at exactly 2,000. All right, so let's look at this list. So we got Arjac and Logan both with 10 mans, Bjorn running in the back, giving us CP, possibly sticking our expansion. Captain Terminator running with a 5-man Assault Intercessor or Assault Terminator, and they within 6 inches can make a charge. Combi Lieutenant, Intercessors, Scouts, then an extra 10-man Termi by itself, and then the Outriders. Now in this detachment, we have a strat to uppy down Terminators at the end of our opponent's turn, which is great. We have sticky objectives for walkers and might be infantry, but might be Terminators. I'll have to double check on that. But we have a sticky strat. We got Armor of Contempt. We can make any of our infantry units have stealth, which could be useful if you're able to make your Terminators -1 to hit and -1 to wound. There's a strat called Prey Taker's Eye, so you can give one of our units lethal or sustained, your choice, which could be really, really great. Lethal, putting one of your units into lethal, we're going into something big, or putting sustained on them, we're going into like a horde unit. I just like the versatility there. We have a strat where within 6 inches of one of our Terminator units in your opponent's command phase, you can make them take a battle shock. And if they're below half, that's at -1. That could be really, really good if you trigger it at the right moment. Get in their line and be like, oh, you think you're holding some objectives or going to do some actions? Take all these battle shocks. So I just think there's some real tricks here. We don't have advance and charge. We don't have fallback and charge. We don't have advance and shoot. So we lose a lot of that stuff from Gladius, but this is still going to be kind of like the other list. Just push 35 Terminators to the middle of the board and be like, can you kill me? If you get within 3 or 6 of the other squad, I'm just going to charge you on your turn. And we'll see how it goes. And all the Terminators are OC2. So now each of those squads is 20 OC, 22 if they have one of the characters with them. And then you got 12 OC and the little squad with the captain. Intercessors are 10 OC because they're 2 each. I think there's some play here. We lose some of our tricks and versatility. This is more like just I'm going to walk out in the middle, be tough, out OC you, sticky these objectives, pick up and redrop Terminator squads, charge you if you get close to me. It sounds fun. I think this might be good. We got to put it on the table and find out. I think some people will have a lot of trouble killing enough of it. Because in my experience, these Terminator squads are harder to kill than Knights. They're harder to kill than Death Shrouds. They're harder to kill than almost anything. There's not much I've seen that is much harder to kill than the Terminators. The one thing they lack is swinging up sometimes, but we have the lethal or sustain strat here, which I think will help balance that out. So we're going to see how this goes. Got a practice game Wednesday, and then we'll have I'm not going to a tournament this weekend. I'm going to get some guys together here at the shop to do some practice Saturday, and then we'll have another practice Wednesday. So hopefully get 3 to 4 games in with the list before I have to submit for Crucible. And then we'll take it to the event, run it for, 7 rounds, and give you guys the feedback on it. But I think this will be fun. I just want to see people's faces when I drop 35 Terminators on the table. And the nice thing is you can start Logan and Arjac still in reserve, still drop 1 turn 1. And with the strat, if your opponent goes first, pick up either the other 5-man or the other 10-man at the end of their turn, and it could also come back in turn 1. So you could potentially be deep striking 2 Terminator squads turn 1 to really put some pressure if you want to, if it's a game where you want to have that kind of tempo. Or you can stage a little more carefully and just walk and take the middle and be like, I'm not really worried about getting to your side because I'm holding 4 of the 5 objectives on the table. Do something about it. Could struggle with secondary a little bit, but it's hopefully going to really, really bully primary. So that'll hopefully flip that issue there. But I'm excited to run this. I had 20 Terminators built and painted. I bought 10 more last night, Wolfguard, so I got to get those built and painted. Have the regular Terminators, got to paint them, but I have them built and primed already. Everything else in this list is already painted, flocked, based, ready to go. So I've just got 10 Terminators to build and 15 Terminators and 1 Captain to paint. So I should be able to do that in 2 weeks. But thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.
Thank you for watching Almost Functional Gaming. We appreciate the support of all followers of Russ and the Allfather. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our merch store and Almost Functional Score Tracker on Amazon. Everything helps support the growth of this channel, and we appreciate it.